Good morning, cadets. Today we are learning very interesting characteristic of series LCR circuit, that is resonance. We have learnt last year what is the meaning of resonance. Whenever there is an oscillator, any oscillator, it has got its own natural frequency. For example, swing. Swing, when a child swings in the oscillator, that is the swing, it has its own natural frequency of oscillation. When the child takes the leap by pressing the ground and takes the leap every time, such that the frequency of that force with which he is taking the leap matches with the frequency of the oscillating swing, then the swing oscillates with maximum displacement and maximum amplitude. At that moment, the child no more takes any further force, no more takes any further push. So, that phenomenon at which the natural frequency of the oscillator matches with the frequency of the external force, the frequency of external driving agency, then the oscillator oscillates with maximum amplitude. This phenomenon is called as resonance. Same thing takes place even in the LCR circuit. That's what we are learning, the resonance of LCR circuit. Now, I have written what is the meaning of resonance. When the frequency of any oscillating system, which is called as its natural frequency, matches with the frequency of the driving agency, frequency of energy source which drives it, which pushes it, then the oscillator moves with maximum amplitude. The oscillator possesses very large amplitude. This phenomenon of matching frequency, thereby the oscillator possessing maximum displacement and maximum amplitude, is called as resonance. Let us see how is this resonance taking place in an LCR circuit. We have got the equation for current in the LCR circuit. The equation for current in the LCR circuit, IT is equal to Im into sine omega t plus phi. And we found out what is the value of this Im. Here, Im is the peak current, which is given by Vm by Z. We are looking at this peak value of current. What happens to the amplitude of this current when there is a matching frequency? Matching frequency of oscillator. That is, Im is equal to Vm upon Z, where Z is impedance. Z is called impedance, given by square root of R square plus Xc minus XL whole square. Now we are looking only into this equation and impedance. Peak current of the current in the LCR circuit is depending on peak value of voltage and Z, whereas Z depends on the value of Xc and XL. As you know, Z is equal to square root of R square plus Xc. What is Xc? We know it is 1 upon omega C. And what is XL? It is omega L. So, when you substitute here, we get the equation finally. Therefore, Im is equal to Vm upon square root of R square plus 1 upon omega C minus omega L whole square under root. Now, the peak value of the current depends on impedance. Im is inversely proportional to impedance. Smaller the value of impedance, smaller the Z value, higher is the peak value of current, right? And peak value of voltage is fixed. How one can make this impedance smaller and minimum? That can be done with the help of the frequency of LCR circuit, that is omega. Omega is the frequency of LCR circuit. Let us take the natural frequency of this LCR circuit. Instead of writing it as omega, we will write it as omega naught. So, if we write it as omega naught, then we can write it as, yes, so that we can write here omega naught is equal to 2 pi naught, 2 pi mu naught is the natural angular frequency of LCR series circuit. LCR series circuit connected to AC source. Now, in this nu naught is the natural frequency, and nu naught is the natural frequency of the LCR series circuit. When this is square, okay, square is there, okay, fine. Now, if we allow the current in such a manner that the value of this 1 upon omega naught C becomes equal to omega naught L, that is, if XC becomes equal to XL, if capacitive reactance of the LCR circuit is exactly made equal to capacitive reactance of the circuit is exactly made equal to inductive reactance of the circuit by properly allowing the current, then what happens? XC equal to XL. At that moment what happens? XC equal to XL, this bracket becomes 0. When the bracket XC minus XL equal to 0, then we get impedance is exactly equal to square root of R square, which is R. So, the value of peak current Vm upon Z at that situation becomes equal to Vm upon R. So, if it is just Vm upon R without this bracket, then naturally the peak value of current becomes maximum, right. So, that is what we call it as resonance. So, we need to make this peak value of the current to be made maximum. That is, if the external energy source which we are using has its own frequency, which is, let us say, omega, matching with the frequency of the oscillator, that is LCR circuit, omega naught. If omega becomes equal to omega naught, that moment what happens? XC becomes equal to XL. When XC becomes equal to XL, that moment the impedance becomes minimum, that is resistance. So, what is the condition for impedance to become minimum? That is XC should be equal to XL. So, in this equation, if this implies, if in this equation XC is equal to XL, if we drive the current and energy, external energy, in such a manner that capacitive reactance becomes equal to inductive reactance, then 1 upon omega naught C becomes equal to omega naught L. Then we get the value of omega naught. This implies omega naught square is equal to, omega naught square is equal to 1 by LC. So, this gives you an idea what is that natural frequency. Omega naught is equal to 1 upon square root of LC. So this is the natural frequency. At this natural frequency, which is determined by 1 upon square root of L over C, if we use a source whose frequency is adjusted by choosing the values of these values of L and C and taking the reciprocal of that under root, then resonance occurs. As a result, the peak value of current becomes maximum. Okay, this is called as resonance frequency. Resonant frequency of LCR circuit, LCR series circuit. So for this omega naught to become 1 upon square root of LC, the required condition is the inductive reactance must be made equal to capacitive reactance. That depends on the choice of these values of L and C. Choice of these values of L and C. So at resonance, as we know, the peak value of current becoming maximum. Peak value of current is becoming maximum. Im max becomes Vm upon square root of R square. So at resonance, peak value of current becomes maximum, that is Vm upon square root of R square, because this entire bracket becomes 0. As a result, we get Vm upon R. This is the maximum amplitude of current at resonance. Maximum peak current at resonance. So let us look at one particular example. So using that example, you will come to know what is the meaning of this resonance frequency and what is the meaning of peak value of current. Consider an example of an LCR series circuit wherein the inductance of the inductor is 1 millihenry and the capacitor is of capacitance 1 nanofarad. For peak value of voltage 100, let us suppose Vm, that is maximum voltage 100 volt, what is the natural frequency of that LCR circuit? Then we know natural frequency of LCR circuit is that frequency for which the capacitive reactance is exactly equal to inductive reactance. Capacitive reactance is equal to inductive reactance. At that moment, we get omega naught is equal to 1 upon square root of LC. If we substitute, we get the natural frequency, that is square root of 1 millihenry is nothing but 10 to the power of minus 3 Henry, and nanofarad means 10 to the power of minus 9 farad. So if you take this square root of, then it becomes 10 to the power of minus 6 in the denominator. So when it comes to the numerator, it becomes 10 to the power of 6 radians per second. 10 to the power of 6 radians per second. If in that LCR circuit, if resistance is equal to 100 ohm, what will be the maximum value of current? Im max now becomes Vm upon Z, as we have seen earlier, but at resonance Z becomes equal to R. So Vm upon R, so 100 divided by resistance 100 ohm gives you 1 ampere. So this is the maximum value of current. If suppose the value of resistance is 200 ohm, now peak value of the current will be depending only on the resistance value, not on the capacitance or inductance. So if it is 200 ohm, then Im max is equal to Vm upon R. Now it becomes 100 volt divided by 200 ohm. So naturally it becomes half ampere, that is 0.5 ampere. So if you draw the graph, you will understand the meaning of resonance. Graph of the current max, that is peak value of current versus the angular frequency. Angular frequency omega. If omega is the angular frequency of driving source, energy source, then when this omega, the angular frequency of driving energy source, becomes exactly equal to the natural frequency of LCR circuit, for these chosen values, the current reaches peak value. Now let us see for first case when R is equal to 100 ohm. So let us say that this is the place at which omega by omega naught becomes 1. Suppose this is the position at which omega by omega naught becomes 1. Then at that value, if you draw the graph, this is 0.5 ampere and here it is 1 ampere. Only two values we are taking. So this is the Now this omega equal to omega naught, what happens? The peak value becomes maximum. So if you draw the graph for all other frequencies, Im will not be maximum. Im reaches maximum only at this value. This is the kind of graph we get, and this is what we call it as peak value of current reaching the maximum amplitude, 1 ampere for R is equal to 100 ohm. That is first case. If R is chosen to be 200 ohm, then you will get similar graph for which the peak value of current do not reach 1 ampere. It reaches maximum value 0.5 ampere. This is happening exactly at 1 megahertz, 1 mega radians per second. So this is the case when omega by omega naught or omega naught by omega reaches 1. For all other values, see 0.5 and 1.5 and so on, we have chosen the ratio of angular frequency to this natural frequency, and it's exactly equal to 1. That is, when it matches exactly equal to 1 mega radian per second, then the current reaches maximum. So this is the meaning of resonance, reaching of current value to the maximum amplitude. So here the maximum amplitude is going to be 0.5 amps for second resistor whose value is 200 ampere. If the resistance is 50 ohm, you can see it reaches 2 ampere. 1.5, 2 ampere. It reaches the peak value to be 2 ampere. So this is the meaning of resonance. So this kind of situation exists in the radio tuner circuits. When we use radio, we search for different radio stations. Same way, when we are using TV channels, we will be searching for different channels using the remote control. For example, in the case of radio tuner circuit, we use tuner. When we are tuning, actually we are searching the radio station. Every broadcasting service, every radio broadcasting station has got its own frequency of radio signal. It has got its own frequency. So when we are searching, when the frequency of the LCR circuit in the radio set, frequency of LCR circuit matches with the frequency of incoming signal of that radio broadcasting station, then suddenly the frequency, when it matches, the current in the LCR circuit in the radio set reaches maximum. When the current reaches maximum, you will be able to listen the signal very clearly, and that's how you will be fixing to the particular radio station. Same thing happens even in the case of TV remote control. When we are searching the TV channels using the remote control, automatically we are adjusting the capacitance values. When the capacitance values are varied, it may be variation of capacitance or it may be variation of the inductance. By varying C or by varying L, one can vary the frequency. Every channel has got its own high frequency of TV signal. When we tune it, actually automatic search operation is there in the remote. Earlier old TVs, we had to do it manually. Manual operation was there, just like tuning of radio. So by actually tuning, we are varying the value of capacitance. When we vary the value of capacitance, according to different value of capacitance, we have different values of frequency. So every channel has got its own frequency. When a particular channel frequency matches with the frequency of this LCR circuit in the TV set, then we receive the signal very clearly, and then we are going to enjoy that, watch that particular channel clearly. So we use this LCR resonance circuits in the tuner circuits of radio sets and TV sets. So you can just note down in the TV and radio tuning mechanism, LCR resonance circuits are used in the radio and TV tuner mechanism systems. Tuner mechanism systems. Okay, so that I had got a very important application. One more way of looking at this is that we have learned in the case of the phasor diagram. If you remember the phasor diagram, see the voltage in the inductor will be leading ahead the voltage in the resistor by phase 90 degree, and voltage in the capacitor lags behind the voltage in the resistor by 90 degree. So if you look at the voltage in the inductor and voltage in the capacitor, voltage in the inductor and voltage in the capacitor, they are totally out of phase. There is 180 degree between the voltage phasor of the inductor and voltage phasor of the capacitor. By mechanism of L and C, by varying these values of L and C, what we actually do is the value of Vc is made exactly equal to value of VL. Phasor VL is made exactly equal to phasor Vc, but since they are out of phase, so net vector or net phasor VL plus Vc becomes 0 since they are out of phase. Whence the VL plus VC phases, vector sum of these two become equal to 0, you are left with only voltage across the resistor. That moment the current peak value becomes Vm upon R. This is what happens in the LCR resonance circuit. Okay, fine. Before we go further into the details of the sharpness and the quality factor of this peak value of current at resonance, before we go further discuss about the sharpness and quality factor of resonance, let us first discuss about power in LCR circuit. Power in LCR series circuit connected to AC voltage. LCR series circuit connected to AC voltage. Let us first calculate what is instantaneous power. Instantaneous power in LCR circuit power at an instant of time t is equal to V instant of time into I. Very simple, where V is Vm sin omega t, that is source voltage, and I is the current in the LCR circuit, which we have found out, Im sin omega t plus phi, where Im is peak value of current, which is given by Vm upon Z, that is impedance, Vm upon impedance. So this can be further readjusted as Vm Im multiplying and dividing by 2. So this becomes 2 times sin omega t into sin omega t plus phi. So this is of the form 2 sin A sin B, 2 sin A sin B. So it is a trigonometric identity, 2 sin A sin B is equal to cos of A minus B minus cos of A plus B. So if we use this identity, we get the equation power at that instant of time t is given by Vm Im by 2 into this entire thing I can write now as cos A minus B, cos of omega t minus phi, that becomes cos minus phi. Cos minus phi is nothing but cos phi. Omega t minus omega t is 0, minus phi, cos minus phi is cos phi, into minus cos A plus B. A plus B is omega t plus omega t, 2 omega t. So cos 2 omega t plus phi. Yes, this is the relation. Using this relation, we can find out what is the average power for one complete cycle. So this is instantaneous power. So average power for one complete cycle can be calculated. So average power for one complete cycle, if we calculate, in this you see the first term is not time dependent, only the second term is time dependent, and we know average value of cos function 1 by t 0 to t cos 2 omega t or whatever dt. If we do this, we have found out that this comes out to be 0. So this second term tends to be 0. So you are left with only the first term, Vm Im by 2 into cos phi. Now further this can be written as Vm by root 2 into Im by root 2, because Vm by root 2 I can write it as Vrms. Therefore this can be written as Vm by root 2 into Im by root 2 into cos phi. So this becomes average power. So Vm by root 2, Im by root 2 can be further written as Vrms Irms into cos phi. Irms into cos phi. So this becomes the equation for average power. So the average power depends on RMS value of voltage, RMS value of current, and it depends on cos phi. It depends on the phase relation, that is this. Okay. So this can be further written in terms of impedance. We know Im is equal to Vm upon Z. Im is equal to Vm upon Z. So Vm can be written as Vm can be written as Im into Z. Vm can be written as Im into Z. So if we substitute here, so that is nothing but dividing by root 2 on both sides, we get Vrms is equal to Irms into Z. So now I can write this Vrms can be substituted here, so that further I can write average power is equal to Irms Z into Irms becomes I square Rms Z into cos phi, where Z is the impedance, Z is the impedance, and which is given by square root of R square plus XC minus XL whole square, and cos phi. Cos phi determines the phase relation. So average power dissipated depends not only on voltage. Average power dissipated depends not only on voltage Vrms. It not only depends on Vrms, it also depends on Irms, and also one can relate it with the cosine of phase angle phi between them. The quantity cos phi is termed as power factor. This quantity cos phi is termed as power factor. Power factor. Right? So we shall discuss more about the average power dissipated in the LCR circuit in detail for LCR circuit, for inductor circuit, for capacitor circuit, and for AC voltage connected to resistor alone, using this general equation wherein cos phi has a relation of cosine of the phase angle. Okay, we will discuss it in detail later. Thank you. Have a nice day.